Good energy, good, 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 way as soon as after you hit 30, or if you're in your 30s like myself, ready to go into your 40s, I'm going to show you a lot of cool things that are going to help you out. And anyways, I am not only just a coach, I'm also an educator, a podcaster, as you can say, an athlete, entrepreneur, with many other things inside. I'm somebody that's like to keep going and going and trying different things. And I've seen firsthand how quickly energy and drive and confidence can slip away when testosterone starts to dip. And sometimes you're like, why do I feel this way? But it's actually not you. It's your hormones. And there is something that you're probably doing to it. In today's episode, I'm going to help you and tell you the truth about testosterone, especially after 30. So what the research really says is what your doctor probably won't tell you. And that's why I'm here. I'm going to give you the real reason why. And how to turn that tide without the injection or all that other hype shit. I'm going to tell you how to actually do it. Let's get straight to it. All right? We're going to talk about facts. And I'm actually going to give you some really key facts that you can actually implement. It's going to be probably zero cost to you as well. And it's going to tell you stuff about what actually happens after the age of 30. Not exactly at 30, not when you hit 30, then all these things happen. There's anomalies. Some of these things may happen to you, some of them may. But starting at the age of 30, roughly, your testosterone levels decline about 1% per year. Now, there's some research saying, okay, well, after 40, this happens as well, but it depends. We're all different. Now, according to the Mayo Clinic and the Journal of Clinical Embryology and Metabolism, okay, metabolism, and that sounds small, but by 40, that's about 10 to 15% lower than at your prime. So if you're at your prime just before 30 or in your 30s, say you're at the peak of the pinnacle, and you say, okay, well, I'm not really feeling it that bad. After 10 years, that's already 10 to 15% decline. And then it's going to so forth, carry on. Now, here's the kicker. You're not just about losing libido, your urges. It's also low T affects many different things like mood, sleep, body fat, muscle mass, motivation, mental clarity. Oh my goodness, there's so many things that kind of it affects. And that's just a few things there. Now, the foggy feeling that you can't shake, it could be hormonal. And the personal note that I've been through, especially with guys that I've coached, who are looking to kind of like fix this problem. I've coached them and they're working for out 4 to 5 days a week, eating clean, still no results. They're like, well, coach, what's happening here? I'm doing everything you're saying, and things are not changing. But once we address the lifestyle-based testosterone issues, okay, and there's things that you want to look at. First thing is what tanks your T. So that tanks your testosterone. It's not just about aging. Just because you start getting older doesn't mean you lose your testosterone. There's some guys that are quite older than me and still have quite a high testosterone level. It's what we're doing every day that actually suppresses testosterone. So there's so many things we can talk about, microplastics, all the other crap. Yes, those things may have effects, and some of them do, but the biggest culprits are all backed by science, and that's stress levels. I think now more than ever in our kind of generation, we are stressed, and it's funny because we have so much luxuries and things that we can do by like a click of a button, but we're just so caught up in the stress kind of cycle. So elevated cortisol, your stress hormone, suppresses testosterone production at a root level. Now, a study in 2019 studied by hormones and behaviors confirmed high cortisol levels equals low testosterone. So when you're always in that fight or flight kind of mode, your testosterone is generally going to lower because you're only supposed to use that in certain times. Like our ancestors have used those for times when be in safety or when to fight. That's when your testosterone levels will get into gear and say, okay, I'm ready to go. But if you're always in that sequence, the testosterone levels can't keep up. It's like burning the end of a candle. It starts to diminish. Now, how to fix this? It's going to seem like, oh my gosh, coach, you sound loopy, you sound funny. I'm going to tell you this. This is what you can do. Okay? 10 minutes of silence. Sometimes it could be the first 10 minutes of the day you wake up. And if you're a single person or, your partner maybe goes to work early or whatever, you wake up, just sit there in silence. Just in silence. 10 minutes. You be in your thoughts. You can close your eyes. You can keep your eyes open, stare at the wall, whatever you want to do. Sit outside in the sunlight. That's even better. If getting some sunshine actually does increase your testosterone level. Or going in a nature walk. There's all three: being quiet, listening to nature, and being somewhere that you can just kind of chill. Now you're looking at me like, well, I live in a city. What can I do? You have YouTube. You have all these apps. Put on your headphones. Put noise canceling on. Sit down and have a coffee. Sit quietly. That could be a moment. Just don't talk. Don't touch any other apps. Don't look at Instagram, Facebook, or whatever those things. Just sit there, quiet. Maybe look at a mood board. Maybe stare, say some affirmations to yourself in the mirror. Whatever you like. That may help your situation as well. Now, no phone for the first 30 minutes after waking up. So for me, what I usually do with my phone is I sleep in another room where my phone is not charging. And I wake up amazing now. I don't look at my phone right away. And I may just sit. I may do my stretches first. I do my morning routine, which is mobility, some water, brush your teeth, all that good stuff. That's a good 10 to 30 minutes, depending on how fast I am for time. And then I may check my phone after waking up, depending on what the day is. Start my day with control and not chaos. So I'm controlling my day. I'm deciding how I'm going to start my day. Because if I start my day with a phone, I can't control what the phone is going to show me. Especially with my social media, you might have the algorithm showing you certain things, whether it's things that you're interested in, things that sometimes are negative, all those things that can impact your day. I know a lot of people say, well, negativity doesn't affect me, whatever. It actually does. Now, another thing is poor sleep. Now, I'm going to talk about poor sleep because I had not the best sleep last night. I went to bed around 2:33, and that was because I knew I played basketball really late, from about 9 till about 11:30 to 12 a.m. So for winding down, I had to come home. I was hungry. I ate some food, got to digest, read some of my books, watched a little bit of Netflix, whatever it was. And by that time, you're like, oh my gosh, other time it's almost 3 o'clock, and you're worried about the next day already. So poor sleep is a hormone killer. Sleep is your body's hormone lab. Okay, remember that. Sleep is your body's hormone lab. This is where everything gets set right with the more sleep you get. So better sleep hygiene, the better you are going to be. Now, a Journal of the American Medical Association study found that just 1 week of poor sleep can reduce your testosterone to up to 15%. That is huge. So if you're somebody that works really late, gets up really early, you're just declining your testosterone week after week after week after week, and wondering why my energy level is so low. It's just natural. We all need it. Men, women, children, we all need sleep, and that is going to give you energy. So to fix it, try to get 7.5 to about 8 hours of sleep minimum. Some people can go between 6 to 8 hours. That's fine, but anything after 6, you are basically just burning yourself out. Some things that can really help is magnesium by cicerate, and taking that maybe an hour before bed, 30 minutes before bed, is going to help do wonders for your central nervous system. No caffeine after 2 p.m. I try to live by this rule. I'm not somebody that drinks coffee anyways, but I do drink tea, and I love black tea, green tea. So I try to stay away from this as much as possible. Room temperature, 18 to 20, 22 degrees. You're going to be in that sweet spot, just kind of help you sleep longer. And wind down with different things you can do. So for me, I like to read fictional books before I go to sleep. Helps me calm down, relax. So sleep, some people can do some breath work, some people can do some light stretching, whatever you prefer to do. Say prayers, whatever it is, that will help you get into that mental state of calm, relaxation, and you'll feel great. And a personal tip I use when I burn the candle on both ends. But when I used to do that, I wasn't realizing that, oh my God, I'm going to get these gains in the gym, but then I would be stuck or I'd hit a plateau and wondering why my body's not changing, because I used to do the things I told you that you should not do. Now, I'm telling you from experience. So once I made that change, doing a wind down routine, keeping it sacred, everything like that improved. Morning clarity, workouts, and my patience included as well. And the next thing you need to watch is processed foods and low-fat diet. All those fats, cut those things out. Okay, your body needs cholesterol to make testosterone. I don't care what anyone says. Cholesterol is bad. Cholesterol is not bad. It only is bad when you have too much bad cholesterol and also overdoing the cholesterol. So, for example, if I'm eating a lot of oily, processed food, that type of cholesterol is not good for you. But if your diet is low in healthy fats, your testosterone suffers, because you got to think about that. Your hormones use fats to produce more hormone. Now, if you cut down those hormones, right, by cutting down the fats you should be having, it's going to be a long day for you guys. So, a study in 2021 nutrition linked to low-fat diets has significantly lower free testosterone. So if you have like low-fat yogurt, low-fat butter, low-fat this, low-fat that, you're going to realize that your testosterone levels are going to be quite low. And this is for both men and women. Women need testosterone just as much as men do. And to fix these things, eat whole eggs. I'm tired of everyone saying, "Oh, I'm going to eat like 5 egg whites and 1 yolk." You're missing all the nutrients. The yolk is where a lot of nutrients is. Yes, the egg white is good too, but you need to make sure that you have both. They're very, very important. So for me, myself, I usually have 5 whole eggs. Then I do have like an egg white mix that I put in as well. Add a little bit more of the extra protein that I would like to have. And that's what I do almost every day, right? 3 to 5 eggs. That's what I usually have. Give me all those nutrients, all the vitamins that I need in my body to kind of fuel that day. Olive oil is good for you. Natural olive oil, avocados, grass-fed beef, fatty fish. Those are all great things and good sources for good fats. Now, the ones you want to cut is the seed oils. So sunflower oil, all that kind of stuff like that. Refined sugar and alcohol. Now, a simple swap, you can add 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil daily to your salads, to breakfast, to whatever it is. It is a game changer. You're going to see the difference. Now, the one thing I talk about with everybody, and I get tired of saying it, and everyone's like, "Well, I don't want to get bulky," or "I hate weightlifting." You don't have to weightlift every single day, like some people who are crazy. All that stuff. But if you don't strength train, you're not going to be pushing your testosterone or increasing your testosterone levels. Now, lifting weights, especially compound movement, is proven to increase testosterone. Now, when I think about this, and we go back in time, like, "Oh, well, my grandparents never used to lift," but they used to do a lot more heavy body-wise activities. So whether it was farming, whether it was moving things, lifting things, handyman, they're still lifting things that are heavy and probably quite strenuous, which gives them a chance to lift and push themselves to different limits. Now, we don't do all those things anymore. We're kind of more sedentary animals now. So what you should do is you should be going to the gym and doing some of these compound lifts, deadlifts, squats, bench press, pull-ups, all these different things, working on your core. These are all great, simple exercises that you can do. You don't have to do all the other crazy things there. You can spend literally 30 to 45 minutes in the gym, get it done and dusted. You do it 3 times a week. That's good enough. You can ultimately get away with 2 times a week if you really want to push the meter. But in those 2 days, you really have to go as far as you can. Now, that's just what I want to just push to you and try it out. You might want to sign up for one of my programs. It might help you out. Now, according to the medicine and science in sports, in exercise, study kind of talks about 3 times a week of heavy resistance training boosts free testosterone significantly, especially in men over 30. So for the men out there, and you're saying, making excuses, "Oh, I don't have time, I can't do it, I don't have a gym I can go to." Stop making excuses. Get yourself to a gym, order weights, like you're ordering things on Amazon, Prime Day, order some weights, dumbbells, whatever, and just get to lifting. And if you need help with that, you have people that are around to help you out, whether you could be friends that are ready to go already, or myself. We're here to support. Now, fixing that can literally be done with just 3 to 4 times a week, focusing on like some of the exercises I said, the compound movements, squats, deadlifts, rows, presses, and then just track your progress. That's the fun part. Tracking how well you're doing. Can I add more weight? How am I looking? Take a picture of yourself before you start, and then maybe like a month after, see how you look, and track those things. And don't just go through the motions like, "Yeah, today I'm going to lift. Oh, now I don't feel like lifting because I'm sore." Those are the weakest excuses I've ever heard. Especially if you're a man and you tell me, "Oh, I'm sore, I'm sore, I'm sore." It's part about being a man, struggling through those things. If you can't handle the struggle, then you don't deserve to be in the position you want to be in, right? It's all about sacrificing certain things, and that's how we are supposed to be. We're just made different. So you're trying to make sure that you push yourself through things. You're going to see how much better you're going to love yourself on the next side of that. Now, what you want to do is have a client story of somebody that I coach that has never lifted properly. Just go in the gym, it's a while, looking and see what other people do, look at something on Facebook or TikTok, they look at them better exercise, and then they don't work. They don't do it again. Now, we focus on 3 core lifts. Like I told you, squats, deadlifts, bench press, right? The main 3. And then I added in some walking. I said 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day, and then proper recovery. On those other days you weren't, working out, proper recovery. Resting, walks, swimming, whatever you like to do, sports. He lost 10 kgs, and that doubled his drive within less than 3 months. And these are 10 kgs that wasn't something that was a big drastic change for him. Some of you guys might say, "Oh, well, losing 10 kgs or 20 something pounds." It was a big game changer for him because he felt more confident in himself. He didn't have to use supplements. There was no protein, creatine, all that stuff like that. He just implemented 3 lifts, walking, more steps, more movement, and proper recovery, which is sleep and make sure you're stretching, mobility, those 3 basic things. You don't even have to pay anyone to do it. You can just go on ChatGPT and ask me for a plan, or you can go and just do what the things I just told you to do, and you can see the difference. Anyway, another problem we have is caffeine, alcohol, and environmental toxins. Now, too much caffeine also equals cortisol spikes because caffeine keeps us alert, keeps us always on guard, making sure what's going on, focusing on certain things, being laser focused on things. And sometimes it kind of has that after. It doesn't just stop after you're done your task. It keeps going, going, going. Now, alcohol reduces testosterone because it also has another thing. It's a depressant. So what it does is that depressant also causes you to have poor sleep. Because the thing about it, alcohol, when you drink it, you don't really have good quality sleep, right? So other things that get into your body, like plastics, seats, cheap personal care products, contain endocrine disruptors like EPA and phthalates, and those are things that definitely can screw up your hormones as well. So make sure you switch to, glass or stainless steel, just be more environmentally friendly as well. When you fill in water bottles, get rid of those other water bottles. So you got to think about it. How long has water actually been inside those plastic water bottles that you're using? Use natural deodorants, soaps, and all that kind of good stuff again. And take caffeine deload weeks every 6 to 8 weeks. So that means every 6 to 8 weeks of you drinking coffee, maybe take a week where you don't drink it, and then you kind of build yourself back up into it. That helps. To cap alcohol to at least 1 to 2 drinks a week. I know some people what 1 to 2 drinks. That's like a warm up for me. Trust me, in the long run, it's going to help you not only with your testosterone, but also with your brain health as well. And go dry for even 30 days sometimes. You know how they have like dry January or whatever. Try doing it every other month. So you have a little bit of that balance. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about this week's DM that comes from Junaid, who's 38 and from Abu Dhabi. I've been training consistently, but I feel low energy and my recovery sucks. Could this be hormonal? Now, this is 100% yes, hormonal, because if your training, diet, and sleep are dialed in and you're still not feeling the results, it's time to check your hormonal angle. Here's what I told Junaid to do, and if you guys agree with me, go ahead and agree, comment below. Maybe give me some of your things that you're dealing with that I put into my segment as well, podcast. Now, you started to track your sleep, looking at mood, energy levels, and get blood work done. Now, I can't stress this enough. Blood work, even if you can only do it twice a year, whatever, try to do as much as you can. It'd be nice if you can do it every couple months or every couple weeks. So some doesn't happen when you do it. But it's good because it tells you a good indicator of where you are and your health skills, and it's probably the most natural way to doing. And the total and free testosterone that you have, cortisol levels, and your vitamin D. Because vitamin D is another good thing that you're looking at. Because in some countries where you don't get a lot of sun, or you just avoid the sun because it's too hot, you need to realize that you might need to get those things tested, or maybe include more vitamin D into your body. But sometimes you don't get sun or not enough. And build from the inside out. So not just the gym. So when you're doing some of these things, don't just think, okay, I got to go to the gym, but it's going to change everything. Sometimes it's good to do both and work on the inside first. So what are you putting into your body, and journaling and taking notes. Now, if you're listening to this and it resonates with you, send me a question, and your story could help somebody else's, just like Junaid's has just helped maybe a few listeners out there as well. Now, here's the Built Over 30 testosterone checklist I'm going to leave you with just before we kind of leave. A few things that I kind of talk about. First, lift heavy, eat fats, sleep well. I'm going to stress this one more time. Sleep well. It's so important. Cut stress. So things that you can't control, let them go. Watch caffeine and alcohol. Limit toxins. Get your levels checked if you can. And you don't need injections. You don't need better systems. This is just how we rebuild. It's not just the body, but the foundation that supports it. So it's all around. Not just you think, okay, this is a quick fix. I'm going to get a TRT shot, whatever. No. First, look at all the other avenues that you naturally can kind of fix yourself with. And then if that doesn't work, then you can go to those other things. that may help and fix that problem for you. But anyways, I want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Gain X Grow. Or you can also subscribe on Spotify if you're listening on the audio listeners out there. You got the DM me at Gain X Grow on Instagram and share your wins or questions. I want you to hit the bell below. Please subscribe, and you'll know when every other new episode comes out every week. And our next week's episode is going to focus on the dad bod myths and what you really should know about the dad bod. And until next time, live strong, stay sharp, and keep building. Catch you later.